Hi lovely people, my name's Andy Barber. You might remember me from the 90s when I used to present Get Stuffed, the student mental cookery show. That was fun. But this show isn't about cookery. This show is about old motors, which is my real passion. And I was lucky enough about 20 years ago to come across a pretty amazing car for very little money. And I've just kept the thing going ever since, really. And well, anyway, just check this out.
All right. E-type on a shoestring.
So here we go, 1969 E-type jack. I bought that 20 years ago for £1,000. A complete car that was left rotting outside someone's little workshop garage place. A little crappy car put in.
How much?
My mate told me about it, and what could you do? Offer a ridiculous price and get it. I never knew, I didn't know what I was getting. I mean, I got a complete E-type for £1,000, that would do, wouldn't it? I mean, it is mental. I'll just show you around it. Look at the beautiful headlining. Oh, I mean, that's original. That's original. I mean, just look at the state of it. It's really nasty. Shall I bother to have something, you know, shall I do it with something? I don't know. Shall I just leave it? Well, you know, I mean, is it worth it? You know, so unless you have it trimmed by a pro, it's just not worth it.
Do it.
And it's lovely like that. Absolutely, totally drivable. Lived in, we like to say. I mean, look at the state of the driver's seat. I mean, that needs re-foaming and sorting out.
Minutes later.
It's on my list. And I just do little bits to keep it going, really. We've got some new tyres on the back, newish cheap tyres. Lovely. And I've got a couple to go on the front. I'm going to do that in a minute. Should we have a look under the bonnet? Why not? Let's go all the way around. So I'll probably do an edit. Might do an edit, you never know. You can see the bonnet has got various little horrible scrapey marks on it and things.
You don't want to do it like that.
But again, if I was going to have it resprayed properly, it would cost me, you know, £20,000 or something stupid, wouldn't it? What's the point? Open the bonnet. As long as all the oily bits work. And it's got a great engine. I've never even had to touch this. There you go, it's like, you know, American spec, twin carbs, 4.2. What's not to like about that? I upgraded a bit. I put an aluminium radiator in. My brilliant brother put a 123 ignition in it, which has made a massive difference. You know, like the proper one. He's put a whole new wiring loom in it because he's an electrical car genius. I put a new engine frame in it because it had all cracked.
Ooh!
You know, the actual engine frame bits each side of the... Because it's like an aircraft, really. With the front half, the engine's... You know all about E-types if you're watching this anyway, but... Yeah, so the engine frame had cracked. So I bought a new one of those. That was my biggest expense. I think it was about 500 quid back in the day for a new one of those. But on the whole, mechanically, absolutely spot on. Okay, here we go. We'll start the engine up with a tiny key. Hopefully the tiniest key for the biggest engine you ever saw. I'll check through there. I'm good at filming myself, as you're probably aware. It's a very low budget film as well because we've got really crappy old iPhone 4.
Seconds later.
And that bit. And then I've got my slightly better iPhone. I'm not doing an advert for iPhones. I'm not sponsored by anybody.
Minutes later.
Anyway, key from the keys in. Well, I've got a special secret thing here which shuts off all the electrics. So I'll fix that on. A little bit of choke. Also that. Speedo is way out because I put a diff on this from a XJS 288 diff instead of the American one, which was so amazingly like geared in such a way that when you put your foot down you're doing sort of 70 and the engine's going
What?
That's what it did. So I put the other diff in and wow, that changed everything, but it also changed the speedo calibration. So I got a little digital speedo which I've put on the dash so I know how fast I'm going, okay, which is very useful these days. Right, here we go. Give it a little bit of the old, oh, and a tick pump which they put in America.
Facet pump.
Can you hear that? It's probably not as good as the original fuel pump, but it works. It works. Whoa, that's real for you, isn't it? Clearly hasn't been started from time. And clearly not being warmed up for the video, eh? There's actually nothing wrong with that. Next time we're going for a drive, but I've got a little job to do today. I bought 2 cheap tyres to go on the front. I'll show you what I've got on there already, and they definitely need looking at. So we've got loads of tread, but they've been on there for ages to be honest. And the side walls, you can see like they're all cracking up. Oh dear, you can't drive around with a car like that. So they've got to be changed. That's dangerous. You know, I mean you can do it on a budget, but you cannot drive on crap tyres. Really can't. And this is a shame because they are Riedenstein, I think they're called Riedenstein Sprint Classics, which cost me 80 quid each back in the day, which was cheap for them because if you want a set of those now they're like 200 odd quid each I think. They've got to go though, so that's that. I've got this low entry jack, should go underneath, but it's still very low.
You don't want to do it like that.
Very low. See that? And you've got to get it. There's a picture frame underneath there. They call a picture frame, which is around the radiator. And it's that lump of there. But I did actually stick a lump of metal on it to strengthen it up because it's only box section. And it's a good idea to strengthen that up with something really, because it does get bent, and that's where you're supposed to jack things. I wouldn't jack it on the sills. I do it on there, and then I can lift the front end up, and the job's done. Very good, I'd say.
Jack it up.
Another brilliant thing about this car, right? Steel wheels, no wire wheels. I didn't have to buy bloody wire wheels, did I? It's perfect. I mean, it's like, it's just the ideal budget E-Type because everything on it is durable and you haven't got to buy lots of new bits, really. It's great. And this time I'm going to torque them up as well, because I learnt the hard way in my old Subaru that if you over tighten your wheel nuts you can break wheel studs off. And you probably wouldn't do it with this because it's all steel and everything. Better material, but they're supposed to be torqued to 45 pounds per square inch. I'll do that. But my hair looks like Coco the Clown. It's making it the most interesting wheel change video we've ever seen. It's got his wheel nut stuck in there, that's all. So off comes the old thingy, what's it? Reed cleaner. And I'm going to show you my lovely brake calipers which I painted here. It just looks nice in here. Well, there you go, I just sort of cleaned them all up and decided I'd paint them gold for some obscure reason. But they've kept very nice. And the discs are original. I'm absolutely convinced they're original discs. No lipping. It's just the metal this thing's made out of. It's just extraordinary. They really did know how to make cars then. You know, the material was just mind-bogglingly tough. Yeah, so there you go, that's that, if you're interested in that. And if you're not, you had to watch it anyway, didn't you? And now, the new tyres, which are cheap. I'll tell you what, I mean, I can't afford, like I said, 2 or 3 quid a corner, I just can't afford it. And these are, I'll just show you, like, rotating.
Hurry up.
These are TYPE High Fly 185 80 by 15, which is very deep walls, the same as the old ones. Really decent new radial. You know, no crap sidewalls. Thank you very much. And I think they're gonna look all right. I bought 4 chrome wheels for about 100 quid about 10 years ago. So when I have new tyres, I've been using the new rims really and just getting tyres put on them and keeping the old ones for spares, you know, just so I can stick them in the boot really.
Really?
Yeah, so I keep the old ones just for a spare, bung in the boot.
Yeah.
Because they've got loads of tread on them and I've only got to get home on them.
Yeah.
And the others, you know, the new ones are new. Still going?
Yeah.
Yep. Lovely, proper wheel studs.
God.
I mean, the spokes look great and everything, but it's expense, it's maintenance, isn't it?
There he goes again.
You know, it's like I just cannot afford all this really expensive stuff, and I really like these wheels because you know they're not going to break.
Yeah.
You know the Lincoln spokes aren't going to come off, don't you?
Yeah.
And you know that the one wheel spinner thing ain't going to be a problem because I've got proper wheel nuts. I mean, and they're lovely. They're really shiny, chromey, lovely wheels. What's not to like about that?
I don't know.
I'm not going to use this to nip them up. I'm only going to spin them out with it. Right. So I'll drop that down and then torque the whole lot up once I've done the other side. And then I'll have my 2 new lovely front tyres on. Well, I think that'll do me for today because it's quite exhausting trying to fix a car and film it at the same time. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Right, do you really want to see me changing a wheel on a car? Yeah, probably not. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, really, do you want to see me changing a wheel on a car? Shall I speed it up? I mean, how do you do this? I've never done videos on like this before, ever. I mean, what do people do? I don't know what I'm doing. nothing wrong with that.